Welcome to the It's Never Too Late show. I'm Marjorie Fiore, and I'll be your guest host for today's show. And today we're doing things a little different. I'll actually be interviewing Suzanne Oshima. Suzanne's a life and love transformational coach at Your Next Amazing Story. And today we're talking about how to meet a man when you're out and about. It's going to be a good one. But Suzanne, before we jump in, I'd love for you to share with the audience who you serve and why.
Sure. Thanks so much, Marjorie. So I'm so excited because I help single women transform midlife into their best life and find love again in their next chapter. And the reason why I do this is because, number one, it's my passion, but it always breaks my heart when I hear single women that are in midlife and they feel like, it's too late for me. My life is over. I'm never going to find love again, when I know that's not true. I mean, I have plenty of success stories of women who have found love again in their next chapter. And so I want all women to realize that it's never too late, unless you want to give up, but I know they don't want to give up. So I'm here to help them find love again.
Oh, I love that. And I love what you do. And, it can be tough. And especially, when you're out and about and you're running errands, whether it's at a coffee shop or at Home Depot, whatever, wherever you want to hang out. And, or even just socializing an event, and maybe you see somebody who catches your eye that you might be interested in kind of meeting. But then you only have a few minutes and then you start to overthink it. Oh, what do I come across as too forward? What do I say? I don't want to look stupid or like too eager. And then the guy leaves and you've lost your moment. You're like, oh my God, why didn't I just capitalize on that moment? So how can you meet somebody organically?
Yeah, this is such a great question, Marjorie, because honestly, it's one of the number one questions I get asked all the time, because people will say to me, while I'm doing online dating, is I still would prefer to meet someone organically, whether they're, like you said, running errands out and about, or maybe they're at a party and they see someone, but then they get all in their head and they're like, oh, I don't know what to say. And then there's so much pressure, and then, like you said, he walks out the door and it's like, oh,
Right.
Great. And so this is what I would say is the first part of this process, before I even go how to meet him, is to let go of your limiting beliefs. And everybody has them. And I'm going to share the most common ones when it comes to meeting someone organically. Is the limiting beliefs I hear a lot are something like, there aren't that many single men in my town, or there's no quality men, or they'll go into, well, what if I say something to him and, he's probably not interested in me. Right? And so then she's going through all these scenarios in her head. And while she's going through all those scenarios and limiting beliefs in her head, she's losing the moment. And then he walks out the door. And so it's important to get out of your head and just drop into your heart and open up your energy, and just don't think of it as, oh, I want to meet this man so that he asks me out and we could start
Right.
dating. That's thinking way too far ahead. If we just open up our energy and think of it as, I'm just talking to people. I'm just being friendly. Whether it's to, a man you're interested in or a man that is just there. Let's open up our energy. If COVID did teach us that we need to open up our energy because we have so many barriers, right? Is that it's now time to just open up our energy, talk to everyone. And that way you just take the pressure off of, oh, this one man, I need to meet him. I need to talk to him. If you do this every day,
Right. You don't have performance anxiety then. It's not like it's my
That's
one
a good way to
shot.
put it. Yes.
I make it. I try to have small talk. I try to try to say something funny or just engage people, no matter what I'm doing, or because you never know what they're going through, and especially like you said, what a great point. With COVID, we all want connection. I mean, maybe you need to be the person to take the first step, but if you make it a point every day that I'm going to speak to somebody, wherever I am, wherever I go, it could be another woman, it could be whoever, but just so that you build up your confidence skill. You don't have to say, I'm not really good at small talk, or I'll say something stupid. It's just engage with another human being. And then it'll become a part of your natural persona of who you are. Even if you think you're an introvert, You just kind of need to build up that muscle and that skill. So it's not all or nothing. And it's not like this big performance thing that you have to, this mental hang up about, like you're going to miss out on this opportunity. But I love that you said that about COVID, because it's true. And we all need connection now.
Yeah. And so if we just open up our energy, then we become naturally more approachable. People look at us like, oh, she's so friendly. Haven't you ever been somewhere and you're like, gosh, that man or woman is so friendly. I'd like to get to know them. And so we exude that when we're out and about, instead of being closed off. And if you live in a cold climate, you have your coats on, and then everybody's like, that's another barrier. Yeah. And so it's important, again, to really think about, is my energy open? Am I making eye contact and smiling? Or am I looking down at the ground or looking at my phone and not paying attention to the people around me? So it's important to really be aware of your surroundings. But also, if you see someone specific that you want to get to know, a gentleman at the grocery store, standing in line, whatever it is what I always say is, it's a 3-part thing, is to get in close proximity. Number 1, because if you're not in close proximity, you can't have a conversation, right? But don't just walk right up to him and then ask him a question. It's get in close proximity, let that settle in a little, and then ask a question. Yeah. No big deal. And then the third part is let go of the outcome, because too many people are so in their head of, well, what if he rejects me? What if he doesn't want to talk to me? It's okay. You're just being friendly. You're just trying to start a conversation. And like you said, with COVID, everyone has been so closed off. We crave connection with anybody and everybody.
Right.
So it's important to do that, is to let go of the outcome, and it will take the pressure off and the fear away.
Yeah. And I think that, like you said, it's almost like, you'd rather risk it a little bit and even make a fool of yourself than to go home and go, gosh, I should have said something to that person, or that was my chance, or I can't sit here and say I want to meet somebody and then I don't kind of just take advantage of those opportunities and just kind of, then you're happy that at least you tried and you get better at it. Oh, next time I could have said this. And maybe you say something stupid and that's the icebreaker. You both start laughing about it. I mean, who knows? But if you just kind of, again, don't make it like it's a performance and put pressure on yourself. Just be who you are and make it a little more natural and organic. And then it should be easy and fun.
Yeah, exactly. And you should never get to that point where if you find that most of the time you're kicking yourself because, oh, I should have said something, that was a missed opportunity, then that's a problem. That means you're not taking life by the horns and saying, what, I'm just going to do it. And my way of thinking is, what, in life, I don't want to have regrets. I always want to say, at least I tried. And it worked out, or if it didn't work out, at least I tried. That's okay. And
I'll tell you another secret that you made me just think of, like, don't ever hold yourself back because you don't have something cute on, or, oh my God, I didn't do my makeup or my hair, because he doesn't know how good this could get. Like if he's interested in you like that, you're like, oh dude, there's another level.
Yeah. And the fact of the matter is, like, most men have told me they don't like women that wear a lot of makeup. They like when you look a little bit more natural. Right. And so take the risk. It's no big deal. It's be proud of yourself, that you stepped outside of your comfort zone, because you never know what could actually happen. Right.
Yeah, why are these things so hard? Like this was an amazing chat, and it's a reminder. We all know these things, but I don't care how old you get. We all feel like a 9th grader or a 10th grader when we want to think about dating or making the first move or what you're going to say at a party. I still stress and dread some social events, and then I always have fun. Like you can make the own rules, but one rule, you have to make sure that you get out of your comfort zone and you're going to go there. And, if your intention is to meet people and like you said, put the focus on them, ask a question. So it's not all about you. And then, I don't know. I mean, I think this was such a great episode because we need to have these reminders that it should be easy and it should be fun.
Exactly. It's not that difficult. Get out of
Yeah.
your head and drop into your heart.
Yeah. And I know to take this discussion even further, you have a free online masterclass that covers a lot more than what we talked about today. And it's the secrets to meet a quality man. Can you tell us a little bit about it and how people can get registered for it?
Sure. So, the secrets to meet a quality man, it's my free masterclass. And so, in this free masterclass, I'm going to tell you the number one way to meet a quality man. I'm going to tell you the reasons why it may not be working for you with online dating. And ladies, if you think it's because online dating doesn't work, that's not why. I'm going to tell you it does work, but there may be something you're doing on your profile that is making it not work for you. And I'm going to tell you, obviously, how to turn that around and get results online, because I believe in maximizing the ways you can meet a quality man, whether it's in person, online. Let's use all the ways you could do that so that you can meet a quality man. So to sign up for that, you can just click right here on the video, or if you're listening to the podcast, you can go to yournextamazingstory.com and you can just sign up at the top of the website.
Great. Thanks everyone for joining us today on the It's Never Too Late show. The show is available in both video and podcast format and can be found, where Suzanne said, at yournextamazingstory.com. Take care.